Today we will introduce Deep Ocean 2.0. Deep Ocean 2.0 is the development of deep ocean wings. Most of you know deep ocean wings. They have been used on exploration in multiple places. And Deep Ocean 2.0 is the just continuous development of a product range to get close. And we call that wing a hybrid. Why do we call it a hybrid? We do have a performance line. Performance for us means wings dedicated for a certain use. Wings dedicated for a certain use means for a single tank or a double tank. How could you identify a wing used for a single tank? It's relatively easy. This is the back side of the wing. And if you identify the elbow as outside of the middle and the back side, it's a wing dedicated for single tank use, because in the single part you do have your tank, your valve, your regulator, and the elbow would disturb in that position. If you look for a wing dedicated for double tank use, the elbow is in the middle. In the middle, because on a double tank, the valve and the regulators would not be in a conflict to the elbow. There is another difference which you can easily identify between a mono and a double tank wing, and this is the shape. The single tank wing is smaller, the double tank wing is wider. Why is that the case? In the end, you would like to have the wing inflated around your tank. So if that inflates around a single tank, it's smooth and tight, streamlined. If that one is inflated around a double tank, the air cell is not below your tank. There is one more difference you identify. A dedicated wing for monos, for single tanks, is having single tank adapters, integrated single tank adapters. We prevent the need of using a separate single tank adapter, because a separate single tank adapter would push your tank further away from your back and makes you more unstable. Having said all that, we looked at our line, and inside our line we do have a deep ocean line. I am having a deep ocean somewhere here. And the deep ocean is a horseshoe wing. A horseshoe wing means the air can only penetrate at the top side of the wing. I have another challenge. This is designed as a hybrid, which could be used single or double tank. So my biggest challenge is the position of the elbow. I can't be in the middle. I can't be at the side. I need to be out of the way. So out of the way, in the old design, was putting these positions to the bottom of the wing. When we looked at all these, we decided a new hybrid wing needs to be donut shape. Why would we like to have a donut shape? The air supply in that wing is always very easy in a circular wing. It means whatever I am doing in the water, the air can penetrate to the highest point. If my butt is the highest point, it can penetrate around there. And it's very easy for me to dump gas, because gas can penetrate from the backside. There is no question, if we would like to have a hybrid, we need to have bungees. The function of the bungees are to keep the air cell close to your tank. There are points which counts theoretically against bungees. One is, a bungee is something for easy trapping. I can trap myself I can entangle myself if the bungee hits something, and I need to free up on that. This is what we call Deep Ocean 2.0. We call it 2.0 because it combines everything I talked about before. It is a circular wing, allowing air penetration all around. It does have integrated single tank adapter. It does have internal bungees, and I will talk about that in a second. Now it allows you a relatively perfect shape for a single tank or a double tank use. Here you see a Deep Ocean 2.0 mounted to a single tank. If you look at the shape, the wing inflates around the single tank very nicely. You see here, mounted to a double tank, and as well at the double tank, it rounds perfectly around the double tank shape. We spoke about another challenge. Where is the best elbow position? So let's take it theoretically. Where is my best position? I am absolutely horizontal, 0 degree. My gas is all at the back side of the wing. If I would like to dump gas, I do have the option to dump from the bottom side. I do this from the inside because I'm squeezing it to my tank. But most people like to dump from the top side. So where is my gas in that position? Absolutely horizontal at the back side. If I am moving just 2 degrees up, the gas is at the top side of the wing. So for us, best position for dumping gas is exactly at the top side. And you see here the elbow and the OVP are mounted to the top side of the wing. So let's have a look at the single tank. At the single tank, I have no conflict between my elbow and my OVP because the regulator is in the middle, and you can see that's smooth without any issue. Changing to a double tank, same here. The regulator is mounted at this port, and there is no conflict with my elbow and my OVP. Let's have a short shot on why do we use an elbow and not an OVP or an integrated pull-dump valve on this type of wing. This is a wing designed as well for exploration dives with multiple stages. The worst case I can have if I have a pull-dump valve as we use on our performance mono, in brackets, not designed for stage use, or if just with a single stage use, I could easily trap my corrugated hose between my stages, and any movement now, even in the water by just turning, would pull and dump gas, because that is catched between 2 stages. So, on a wing dedicated for double tanks, multiple stages, we need to have an elbow and not a pull-dump valve. At the bottom side, we do have 2 ports. These 2 ports, and most of you know me, I am blindfolded about my equipment use, and inside my blindfolded equipment use I only need this left side pull-dump valve, and I don't need that looped. I just need a small cord to dump my gas on the bottom side of my wing. Why do we have 2 at the bottom? It's a relatively easy answer. Public safety teams, military divers, commercial divers likes this type of wing to hell. And they do have the need of an auxiliary inflation system. An auxiliary inflation system could be a small bottle allowing you just in any case, shallow water, doing some work, running out of gas, having another issue, just saying, My rescue system is now up to the surface. For us, we decided to have both because we are not considering a pull-dump valve, an overpressure valve, as a weakness of the system. It's a very easy technique and it typically does not fail. For people who don't like that, we made a blind cup. You are not seeing external bungees. We put the bungees to the inside. As I said before, the bungees to the inside allows a smooth surface without having a potential of entanglement. As you see, after experimenting with multiple different ways, the best way to get the shape close to your tank is to pull the gas set to the inside. And we did these internal bungees, finally pulling the gas set to the inside. You can tighten or loosen it in the way you like. If the bungees are installed in the factory setting, the wing is not designed to be fully inflated. I try with my mouth, which is not easy. So this is the shape it inflates fully with factory installed bungees. Then it offers 45 pound, 22 kilogram lift capacity. If I would like to have more, I can loosen the bungees and I get 60 pound lift capacity. We do have two small things and then I am done with this development story. One small thing is, in Europe we typically use steel tanks, and as you know, steel needs a protection against corrosion, so we need to make sure the paint doesn't get damaged. Whatever I am doing by bolting my harness to my wing, I have bolts, and bolts are dedicated for scratching tanks. Out of these we added this Velcro strap. The Velcro strap has no use if I'm using twin tanks, because I need to have these two grommets. As soon as I'm using a single tank, I am covering my bolts with that Velcro strap and my tank is perfectly protected. There is a small other piece. You may ask, why is that cord as long? The answer is easy. It's easy to shorten, but very difficult to lengthen. So out of this, if you would like to short it, you just knot it shorter, cut the remaining part, use a lighter. I, for example, wouldn't loop it here. I just would have it to my top side. We do have that loop, and I would mount my pull valve over here. But we are dedicated to details. And dedicated to details means having it straight on my shoulder. Fun.